black screen, cold opening, teen blood, suggestive themes, and violence. Welcome to Alan Wake's American Nightmare. This is
published by Microsoft Studios.
Yes. And I believe this game was made specifically for the Xbox 360, as this was a download only that you could get from Xbox Live. This is a sequel to the original Alan Wake game, which came out about 2 years before this game came out, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, you know who introduced me to this game was Burke.
Ah, makes sense. It's an interesting like psychological horror thing.
Oh yeah.
And Burke did get us through Higurashi, so.
Yeah. This game, I mean, okay, it does follow in the Alan Wake universe pretty faithfully, I must say. So that's Barry Wheeler. His name is not Alan Wake, so he's not the main character. This is Alan Wake's PR assistant. Don't worry, he's not dead. He's just asleep.
Blurred, and nowhere as vividly as in
Hey, an old episode of the Twilight Zone.
Night Springs. And yes, you are correct to point that out. This is a very clear Twilight Zone parody.
The man before you is a champion of light. He is part of a conflict between darkness and light that is both ancient and eternal.
Of course, it's both ancient and eternal. If it wasn't eternal, it wouldn't be around anymore.
Quarry, the herald of darkness.
It would have to be very old in order to register as ancient.
Yes.
His evil doppelgänger, known only as Mister Scr-tch.
Who happens to look exactly like the actors, so they didn't have to hire a second one.
I'll catch you eventually! Maybe. But what are you gonna do then? By then, I'll have had my hands on everything you love.
Fun fact, the actor that plays Alan Wake's appearance is not the voice actor. They actually used a different voice actor than this guy.
Makes sense. I mean, that's the way that the audience is supposed to tell that they're actually different people. They did the same thing in Fight Club.
Whoa, what do you mean? To tell the difference between the narrator and Tyler Durden?
Yeah.
Of our reality.
No, I mean,
He has come to fight a decisive battle.
Oh, never mind.
Night Springs.
This is a third-person shooter. This is a rather unique third-person shooter in that you use a flashlight as part of combat.
And not by beating them over the head.
Precisely. I originally picked this up. I love the fact that it was a pretty easy transition for me, having just come off playing the Resident Evil 4 and 5, other third-person, over-the-shoulder, camera perspective type shooters. Be gone, evil furniture!
So why isn't he on fire?
Why would he be on fire?
Because you just ignited a bunch of debris, several of it wooden.
With magic light. It's magical darkness. This guy just came out of nowhere. You can solve any problem with a gun.
It's gonna be like that again, huh?
Not to nitpick, because this is a shooter and obviously you are supposed to use guns. I'm not terribly crazy about how he goes to the gun as his first solution.
Well, they're creatures of darkness with smoky auras and they get burned by light. He's not going to talk to them.
Forging weapons of war out of ideas. But the violent currents that brought him here have scattered the pages he has written.
Yeah, the whole motif with this game is that Alan Wake is, he's kind of like a horror, thriller, fiction writer. And he's become lost in a world of his own creation.
Which apparently has got references to Nordic folklore as opposed to Christian.
Safety. The man senses that the solution to his predicament begins there.
With respect to what specifically, may I ask?
Apparently he's starring on a TV show while his assistant's at a hotel, and at that hotel was Asgard, realm of the old gods.
The man recognizes the hand of his evil.
Oh, you saw... Really? They had...
He knows he must put an end to this madness.
Yes. It's like a trailer to a movie. Look at all these fiends. Gods of the Old Asgard is a fictional... I'm not sure if it's a fictional band. It might actually be a real band because they do have actual music by them. They originally appeared in Alan Wake, the prequel to this... Not the prequel, the game that this game succeeds. They're like... I believe it's just two guys. They're both old guitarists. They kind of resemble ZZ Top with the beards.
Okay.
There was a section in the original Alan Wake where you had to kill a horde of enemies while listening to one of their tracks. It was really, really awesome.
So we've been spoiled that there's going to be a pump action shotgun.
Yes. Those there's two different ammo varieties. There's your light weapon ammo and your heavy weapon ammo.
Any particular reason why this takes place in a desert?
Because it takes place in Night Springs, Arizona.
Ah.
Which is the fictional town created not by Alan Wake. I'm not sure how he got trapped in a TV episode, except that there's some really fucked up shit going on. You're probably wondering why I'm wandering around the world right now. I'm looking for the manuscript pages.
No, I figured that because we're just coming off of a Bioshock Infinite with this, so yeah.
So used to my item grabbing assetry. You get an achievement for collecting all 53 manuscripts. You want to collect the manuscripts because there are weapons cases that can only be opened once you've collected a certain number of manuscript pages, and these weapons are really powerful. So early in the game, you will not have access to these weapons.
Remember, folks, collecting the collectibles is what every completionist strives to do.
I normally do not do shit like this in any playthroughs, even when I'm just doing it for fun and not for Rocket Rabbit. But this game is really short, so I figured, why not?
Plus, we get to see a lot of the world this way.
Yeah, the game looks incredible, really. I love the shadow effects, which
You might really like Betrayer, honestly.
I'll have to check it out. Oh, look, TV!
Oh, hell.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Scratch.
This isn't gonna be good. Is this on? How can you tell? I'm sorry, I'm not very good with gadgets.
You're upside down right now. Turn the tip. Yep.
That's more like it.
Oh god. This is wrong in so many
I
ways.
just gotta do this one thing.
So you see,
I like it quiet.
for segments like this, they actually had to sync the voice actor with the actor had to sync with the voice actor's lip words.
I
Right.
bet you're wondering why this is happening. Why am I doing all this?
Which
Why am I
honestly,
so hell-bent on ruining your life?
it looks pretty seamless.
You're cramping my style. You've got money, fame, everything you could want. But you don't know what to do with it. I do. I'm getting all the things you never had the balls to go for. Having more fun, too.
Balls? My teen-rated game? Blasphemy.
Do you know the real difference between us? I'm not afraid to be the center of attention. This poor slob's just collateral damage, really. I mean, made some information out of him earlier.
No.
But this
Oh
part,
god. I don't like this. No me gusta.
this is
No me
just
gusta.
for
You're gonna strangle him with his own tie?
It looked like he used either a belt or some other thing. Wow, that was fast.
So quiet.
Oh, Mister Scr-tch. You are a mean one.
You're a mean one, Mister Scr-tch.
Scr-tch.
Your heart is full of socks.
Okay, so the part's almost over. I just have to collect that last question mark icon, which indicates the location of any manuscript pages nearby. I'm just confirming that I already have 7. And then the 8th one is the last one I need for this area. And then we can move on with the story.
Alright then.
Hello.
Yeah, I made it. I escaped.
On to the next part then.